Hi, my name is Lydia Fry. Today we'll be talking equalizers. First, we'll discuss the differences between the EQ on a channel strip versus an output EQ. Then we'll talk about the different types of EQ and reveal some tricks to help take the mystery out of the EQing process. Let's take a look at the console. Let's look at the EQ on a channel strip. This is where you can add or take away certain frequencies from this channel that will affect how you hear it everywhere. Okay, so this is what we call a parametric EQ. There's three knobs that work together here. The frequency knob allows you to choose which frequency you'd like to manipulate. The gain knob works as a volume control for that frequency. And the Q allows you to determine how wide or narrow the scope of that frequency range is. So this is what we call a shelf filter, or more commonly known, a high-pass filter. This allows you to roll off all the frequencies below a determined point. So let's say, for instance, I insert a high-pass filter in at 80 Hz. You'll see how all the frequencies below that point are gradually rolled off. So let's look now at the EQ we would assign to an output. The changes we make here will affect only the signal that comes out of this output. A common place to attach an output EQ would be the main output feeding the main sound system, and also the outputs feeding a monitor output. So this is what we call a graphic EQ. As you can see, you have 32 sliders that represent the 32 bands of frequencies within our scope of hearing. Each of these sliders acts as a volume control for that specific frequency. It begins at a 0 point, which means it's neither adding nor subtracting from the frequency until you move the slider.